So there's been a couple of questions in the Discord that they want me to look over, so I'll cover both of them first. Um, I'll start with yours, Tom, mate. The
Yeah,
Wherever I think it's coming down. Just gonna have a quick look at the image. So if
yeah.
obviously just try and figure out exactly where you're looking from, mate.
I
It's
think
high,
it's
quite high
15
up.
minutes probably best.
Yeah, I'll come back to it. So
Just because it broke them lows, it just looks like it's going the other direction now, and it was
yeah, absolutely, mate. So obviously, I mean, I didn't catch anything. I don't know. I was look. This is what I was looking at in the week. Um, because
no.
obviously,
I removed my pending. I had the same as Stuart.
yeah, that's what this one. Yes, that I remember now, mate. I remember this. Makes more sense now. Um, but yeah, obviously the equal highs in here, and then obviously a break to the downside, and then obviously a mitigation. And I think we was all waiting for a breaker structure. This one's this low here was the spread hour, I
Spread.
believe, in it.
Yeah.
So this one was the one that I was waiting for, which we got. Just didn't pick the right entry, I guess. I'll just take a quick look at it all, just so we can others can see it, mate, and then I'll get to present data. So obviously I was waiting for this to be filled. I think it was huge imbalance. Obviously it's BPR. It might still come back for that, to be honest. That's so big, and it does lead.
What about the higher one? You're not interested in that at all,
I don't think so, mate. I
just
don't,
because it didn't really cause nothing.
no. So I mean, I'll have to double check again, mate, because it's. I was been dead busy at work all last week. I had like I didn't get in before 8 p.m. So
Yeah.
can't
You
remember it.
start tra you start trading.
Yeah, this is the dream, mate, innit?
Hmm.
Not too fussed by that, I don't think. Um, maybe these I'd mark them up, but
Yeah, is that just because that one didn't cause anything? Is that the only reason?
yeah, obviously it starts off real slow in the build-ups. I mean, if this candle was higher, I would say that one definitely, but it sort of gets covered in then you've got these smaller candles up the top.
Ah, right, yeah.
Um,
So like the bulk of it's already been covered.
yeah, where has it gone? But I mean, look at it on this, mate. It looks a bit better now, so it seems to take a bit of liquidity. I know where it's only 10 second, but my laptop's on a go slow. Um, yeah, it looks a bit better on the 10. Still not amazing. Don't look too bad on the 5, I guess. But I don't know. It's one of them, mate. It could and it couldn't. I definitely preferred the lower zone. It was just so much bigger.
Yeah.
So yeah, couldn't it couldn't, mate. I mean, it's one of them that I would maybe wait and see if you get a reaction out of it if it comes that high. But like I
Okay.
say, I think it's possibly sort of gone now in a way. But obviously, I like the fact that it's broken this low as well. So structure wise, I don't think I'd class it as a 15-minute structure, but it's obviously tested this high over it. It started breaking below lows. Possible trend line in there as well. So it's swept liquidity. I'll just double check that because that could also be a sign that it wants to go up as well. So I'll just check what that's gone into. quite like what it's tapped into as well. I know there's not imbalance as such, but I do quite like that. It's that lower as well, so huge push. Yeah, probably coming lower. Is my screen lagging for you guys as well?
It is a little bit, mate. Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, mate. It's I don't know what it's doing.
blame the weather.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it might be hungover as well. So
Yeah, it's got a hangover. So I'm gonna say. And he's had to drive 4 hours home and
yeah.
feed the baby.
Get your tip out.
So
That would be a potent cocktail.
Sleep well, won't he? She.
Yeah, it would.
yeah, so I think it's definitely. I do think it's coming lower, mate. There's plenty of liquidity to target.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking on Friday I generally keep my eye on AU. It's just mainly the one I trade really, but I just missed it and I
Yeah,
was just marking up just before when I posted it on there just for the week and I was like, oh shit, I missed that one.
yeah,
Possibly missed it anyway, but
yeah. So
we'll see.
yeah, obviously. So you're thinking, are we going to really sort of like see something from around these areas? I'm guessing as well. Is that
Well, now I'm thinking it's pretty much dropping from where it is because that big push down that took the trend line
yeah,
that tapped into some imbalance
yeah,
and there's no second imbalance that I can see above where it tapped into Friday afternoon.
yeah,
So to me, it just looks like it's going to be dropping from here.
yeah? Yeah, so it's filled that. That's filled the
Yeah,
one to the left. That's pretty much filled that. Just check that on 5, see if that is actually filled. Yeah, that's filled. That's that. That fills that. Maybe something there, mate. Maybe that bit there. It's going to come up. Um, into this, we don't lose my spot. It's all right on a 10. Yeah, I like that one, mate. I like that imbalance.
yeah, yeah,
65295. Um, maybe up here as well. Looks a bit really do anything as such, but get them both, mate. If they come up, they'll. If it's going to sell from these like this sort of high that we're into at the minute, it's likely to be them
yeah. I
two.
like that first one you lined
Yeah,
up.
it's so big, mate. And it's
That
literally
caused
from
a bit
this
of
order.
a
Yeah, from this order block. Obviously, it's a huge push without a pullback after a few candles. So they're well worth a markup.
yeah.
Um, and then I'm assuming that'll take us back to way over here. Taps into that stuff. Yeah, which is obviously the entry that I think we all missed this last week, didn't we? I think it was
Yeah, it got like really close to it, and then just didn't. It was like half a pip, not even half a pip. I don't
yeah.
think it was
So that's
left to
what
collect.
yeah. It for me. I can't see it tapping into anything. Maybe this is what it was after. This little
Yeah,
I don't even know what you'd call that. Maybe a flip zone or something, I guess. But yeah, I was definitely targeting this imbalance anyway. Like I say, it might come back, but yeah, at the minute, I'd just keep an eye on them three areas, I think, mate, and see what happens. But I do think it
yeah.
is overall heading down. I think from a higher time frame perspective, I mean, I think overall we are bullish, but I think we're coming down from somewhere from here to where price is currently. So we've got equal lows here. Was there? I mean, that chart's a mess in it.
Hmm.
That one. So obviously, higher time frame, we are bullish overall, but currently short term bearish, I guess, is what I would sort of say. Um, high time frame, so we could be we could wick down below sort of like this to obviously take these. Um, Obviously, like I say, there is a trend line here and a sweep, so it could come all the way down for it, and this zone I've got marked could just actually get taken, which it probably will do, and it could actually come down even lower and start breaking more structures. But I do like if we are going to continue higher with this trend, like I say, we are hitting that sort of area where the bottom 25% where I would seriously start considering long-term buys in a way. Obviously, just want it to take all the imbalances and liquidity first. So sells are on for now, but really starting to think about trying to find big buys because I believe there is targets above as well. Liquidity is here, imbalances to fill, and obviously, like I say, the structure is possibly create a new higher low to create a higher high. So possibility of a lot of pips. Obviously, structure's not always right. It's only a guideline, I guess, but it's a probability in our favour if we can use it.
Yeah, thanks for going over that, mate.
No worries, mate. I'm just gonna read Stuart's message as well because he asked me to go over the same chart. Just need to read it. Hi mate, just been looking back at AU just now. Should I now be looking for an entry on it? As it's done multiple chocks since I missed an entry yesterday, it's now taken that imbalance and chock. So with theory, an entry from somewhere in this area leg. Let's have a quick look. 1 minute. Yeah, I feel we pretty much just about covered it. It's Stuart's question. Just get down to what he was looking at. So I think Stuart's looking at. So I'm just see if I can find any liquidity. that'll maybe change my answer. Um, so is that the one we missed? So, bear with me, guys. Come on, load up. So yeah, I think he's asking if we should be looking at entries between somewhere in here where we were just sort of talking about. In theory, yes, we have because we've had a break of structure. So this is a structure. Don't know if that's a break actually or not. Just in that line so I can see better. Yeah. So this is a structure obviously leading up to the imbalance fill that we was looking at with the sweep. So in theory, this is internal. So I would say we have still got potential to come back into this sort of stuff that we this has missed. So from a structure point, we still could come and find cells from these zones up here. Um, Obviously, I can never be 100% that it's actually going to do it, but obviously this is where it breaks this low here. Just draw that line across so you can see. Change it blue. So this is looks like the order block that actually breaks structure. So we might get a reaction out of here.
That's the bit I was on about. So where it's come back up to near the top of that, there's no
Yeah,
second imbalance higher
yeah,
than what it's
yeah,
tapped into. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's I would like to. What would make my life easier, mate? Do you know if I could just see like a trend line or some equal highs, and I would go, no, I think it's going. It'll take that. Do you know?
yeah, give you some sort of clue.
Yeah. I mean, there might be. Um, maybe you'd maybe class that as nearly equal highs.
What about because that was just an imbalance fill? Could that?
Yeah, it could just be. I mean, because this what this is reacted out of is. I mean, on the 5 minute, it looks like a decent little zone, I guess, but on the lowers, it doesn't look like anything. So it could be one of them, mate. Obviously, it's reacted out of this something in here, hasn't it? But I just this is what I've got my eye on. I think I always will until it hits it, reacts out of it,
Yeah,
or it just blows through it. It might just be one of them, mate. Yeah, I'll always have my eye on this until it's done. It's price might in the week come and like tomorrow it might start making it might pull back a bit, make a bit of a trend line here, take that, create another equal highs, and like build its own liquidity until it gets up here. But yeah, it's potentially obviously this is the whole range. So because this doesn't break it, that's the relevant high. And if this doesn't continue down, if this continues down, this becomes the relevant high. If it takes the low, so if it takes the low, I would say I wouldn't want it to break this high. So then this imbalance fill would become what I'd be looking to target for an entry. Um,
yeah,
so obviously I was speaking about it yesterday to a few of the guys about obviously from a structure perspective, the what happens next is what confirms the previous on structure. So I was saying to the lads, it's difficult. It's hard to explain because I've never figured out how to explain it easily. But at the minute, this is what I would. This is the structure. We have had a break along here. Um, if this does this, like price goes up a bit or whatever, but then actually takes the low, the new structure would become from that high. I'll adjust it in a sec. If it takes the low first, that would become a structure. Because then obviously we've got a new high and then a new low created. Because yeah, what it does next confirms the next one. So this is the possible new high. But obviously, I wouldn't say this straight away because this didn't break this as well. So, like I say, it's like a paradoxical sort of way to look at structure. But yeah, I need to have like a deep think and try and explain it as best as I can, clearly better than I can right now, anyway. Pardon me. But yeah, if yeah, it's like say if this takes the low, this becomes my new high, I think. Or if it comes up
Yeah,
here and takes the low, what it puts in will be the new high, maybe. But yeah, until it does something else, this is the current highs. It's like I say, this is internal.
yeah, no, I get that.
So yeah, anywhere from up here, these imbalances with March are still my targets for now. That's probably the best I can sort of give at the minute.
No, all good.
Is there any more questions, guys? Because I didn't really have anything else to look at, really, but can flick. We've got a few on tonight as well. Don't want to look at Geo. I've looked at enough this weekend. Quick look at oil, see what that's doing. So I'm definitely thinking oil buys. I've been trying to catch a buy for ages and failed. But um, we've got a possible break to the upside here from this high. So this is the low, the high that puts in the low, break structure. Looking for mitigation in here to a buy to obviously because this is signs of it turning higher time frame long. I was hoping to catch something to start taking these imbalances at least. Some some bits in here, some liquidity trend line here. So I'm buys on oil at the minute. It sometimes moves nice. Fills the imbalance is really nice when you can spot them, obviously. Targeting that first. I think it's his next target. To buy oil.
Crocodile Bitcoin, then yeah, I was just about to say Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, it's hit that bottom imbalance I had marked, I think. Everyone's been hoping for that 100k mark, I think, aren't they? I mean, that's made equal lows there, so
Yeah, I was looking at the 4 hour imbalance and order block just below it caused
Yes,
caused a break of structure as well.
you say 4 hour, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah, nice.
caused a break on the 15 anyway, but it's 4 hour
Yeah,
imbalance.
this high here, this imbalance
Yeah,
here. Yeah, yeah.
there's
It's
a couple of nice imbalances on the seconds in the order block.
yeah, yeah. I'll look at them in a minute, mate. I think I had a quick glance at it earlier, and I thought I didn't really want it to break this low, but obviously it could easily sweep down into it and continue higher.
But then would you be waiting for a 15-minute change of character before 1 minute?
Uh, yeah. Well, it depends how it sets up. If it sets up in a way that it would like take some more create more liquidity and then sweep down, and if it did a 1 minute break to the upside at that point, I'd be happy to take a buy. But
Yeah.
yeah, it depends what's in front of me at the time. But like I say, I would hope for what would give me a bit more comfort would be if it just literally come down, swept this little bit of liquidity, filled this imbalance, and then started breaking to the upside. I'd be far more comfortable at that. But at the minute, it's not. I'll just double check them imbalances because I might have a mark slightly wrong. There's two down here. But I'm like, obviously, Bitcoin is the wild west of trading in it as well, so it moves so fast. $70 in 10 seconds, crazy. Um, maybe might have it marked wrong, but uh,
Looks quite neat for the 1 second.
yeah, yeah, it does, mate. It's surprising. I mean, you might have remember me saying it before. Like the 5 second on Bitcoin is like the 15 on Forex pairs, which obviously would mean that like the 1 second's like the 5 or 10 or whatever. And
Oh, right.
it is really clean. So I tend to sort of start on the 10. Obviously on Forex pairs, when I drop down, I drop to the 15. Then look to the 10 and 5 on Bitcoin. I start at like 10.05 usually. It's just the feed's so clean, and because it moves so fast, it looks like a normal chart on the 1 second. It's
Yeah, keep
it's
an eye on
crazy.
that.
It's crazy. But I can't. I mean, this obviously price has come down just shy of these. I was just I didn't know if it would come and tapped into this. Obviously, this is the last point where there was buying before the sell. The last point they sold before the bought. I was wondering if it was tapped into this level and then has turned around, but nothing like really stands out either. So I don't like these wicks on either side of this one. If that was all body, I'd be saying I definitely want it to come down to here somewhere possibly, but It's not the easiest. It's a lot can happen in a second. Not as much as you would think, like, but yeah, I'd expect that these get taken. So I think it has started to break to the upside now as well. But again, because this is because this hasn't taken this low, this isn't the high. This is internal still. So that is not what I'm looking to be broken. I'd be up here, so I think. So still downwards for me at the minute. So this is a structure I'll see. Internal. Chances are, if it's going to continue down low for a little bit, could take this. Assuming that might have been filled there. Quite drawn to this because I like that push up as well. I do like the push down, but it's pretty much filled. That might have been filled to the left. I might not want to turn out. We'll see. If it's going to continue lower, it might come up to one of these. Might come up to one of these and continue down, create a new lower low. But it's not how I'm trading. I'd look to get in, so it's just guesswork at the minute. Yeah, that lower one had been filled like I thought. I just saw from where it is. But yeah, I mean, this is worth noting as well. To be fair, because of the structure, obviously, I've said this is internal. This will possibly draw people in thinking that it's broken to the upside now, tempting buyers into sort of like this imbalance fill here maybe.
One thing I'm really trying to learn at the moment, structure, just like I know the basics obviously, but does obviously go a bit deeper than just high lows, lower highs, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's like I say, I think over this week I'm really going to actually focus on trying to get it written down, and so I can explain it to you guys clearer. But like we did a group session at the end of the day yesterday, and like structure was one of the questions that had come up, and I was just sort of like I could sort of draw it out for you and explain it a little bit, but it's just one of them things. It looks easy to just draw out because you just draw in high lows, lower highs sort of thing. But because you're always waiting to see what happens next, like this is if this now comes and creates a new lower low, then obviously this becomes my new relevant high. But until it does that, this is the live leg. But this could still be voided by if it what it does next as well. So it's just I used to get a lot of messages for me for 15 and 1 system, and I always used to say like on the surface it looks really complicated and difficult. It's not once you figure out like liquidities, imbalances, sweeps, and get a good knowledge on structure. But structure is the difficult one. It looks really easy, but it's just not. It's still the one that I sort of struggle with now, and it's. I mean, I'm probably one of the best people in the group for structure as well. So yeah, try
Yeah,
to
it's
teach.
tricky. Looks, yeah, like you say, it looks easy, doesn't it? But it's quite tricky when you're trying to work it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I see people draw out structures as in like going, this is it. I'm just turning my magnet off. I see people draw stuff like this, and I'm like,
Doesn't tell you anything helpful, does it?
no, it's just like
If it's not,
the markets are
yeah,
not that they're not that erratic.
yeah.
They can't travel in straight lines, but I just don't I just won't believe that you would say this is a structure point because and then you get a break of things. It's yeah, if
All this stuff has to be useful. If it's not useful, then there's no point, is there?
yeah.
That's just
So
that's just modeling
it
about, isn't
makes sense for me to the to just believe that this is just traps and things rather
it?
than
Yeah,
because I mean it must cost them money to actually like take structure highs and things because there'll be massive orders in these because this is where you turn them. This is the like the point where the market started to move to take this low to so that there'll be money sat in this. So yeah, I believe this is just traps and obviously there's this huge push up candle here like that. I wouldn't class that as anything near structure. It's just two 1 minute candles, maybe a third if you want to count that one, but it sort of just it more corrects itself to continue on the path it was sort of going. So that's something to think about in structure as well. It's but
So
I would
like
say
change of character. Where would you have change of character on that? Would that still be the green line at the top for you?
yes, mate. So uh,
Like
what
the
for the
1 minute
1 minute?
chart?
Your
Because
1 minute,
that
yeah.
say if that tapped in at the
It's up
bottom and
here,
didn't
mate.
create equal lows.
Yeah. So if this if this low here, second equal the one on the left,
Yeah.
if that had come down here, just a few pips or whatever, then this would have been my high and it would have broken. It would have done a change of character.
Yeah.
But because this is still the live low, I know obviously this one's equal, but because it doesn't take it, it's whatever puts this one in for me. So I'm still up
Yeah.
here.
So that yeah, I get yeah.
This is
Yeah,
why
that's
this is why I mean like this is all internal because this is still the live
so
range.
you're if that first bit that taps into the imbalance at the bottom
Yeah.
to the left, that
Oh
bit
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So you're if that would have gone back up and changed the character, that would have been on the first blue line. Would you class that as your change of character? That one
Uh
there.
no, because
So
this
that's just a price correction.
well, even if it's not a price correction, this isn't the this doesn't take the low.
Because I didn't take that low.
So
Yeah,
yeah, so from this, obviously this is the high up here, creates a low,
yeah,
creates a high, and then I'm looking for the lowest point.
yeah.
So obviously once this is taken, so the lowest point it creates after this is taken, obviously, and then what confirms it is the pullback. So this yeah, sorry, this is
Yeah.
I get confused myself now, but yes, yeah,
That's how confusing it is.
yeah,
there's a lot
yeah.
of stuff on that chart,
It's
isn't
like
there?
you
it's one
get
of them.
yeah, you get tangled in like previous
Yeah,
swings and but
Yeah,
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 this is
it's one of them things as well where you sort of see what you want to see to make
yeah,
yourself a better trade.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
You've got to try and knock that on the head and sort of
yeah,
go with what's actually on the chart.
yeah. But this is clearly a
Otherwise, you force
pullback
yourself.
because you've got like what, nearly 12 candles of the same color. It's clearly heading in a direction. I like that. And then what breaks the
Yeah.
low? I'm looking for the lowest point before a good pullback. Obviously, it creates a low, and then I'm so yeah. This is whole is still my 1 minute and 5 minute structure
Yeah.
until that's taken or that's taken. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And like I say,
Makes
this
Yeah. I
is
sense.
think
this is just internal. So this is drawing up people into the market, trick traps, basically inducement,
Yeah.
and obviously there's equal lows here. So I imagine it's going to take these out possibly, and then take these out. Or I might be completely wrong and it does break this, and then obviously I would say it's likely to come back and buy it from whatever it creates in this sort of area here. But I wouldn't if it takes this high now. I still wouldn't buy. I would not take an entry because of these equal lows anyway. I'd consider it too risky. But it doesn't mean that it would be a valid trade as such as just me being extra cautious and
right, playing probabilities, isn't we? So
yeah. So yeah, I mean it's just the way I am, mate. I'm like I say all the time, I'm probably a bit of a fanny with getting in trades, but it saves me well. So you know, I'd,
no, I
I'd,
think it's a
ra-
good
I'd
way,
rather
good way to be.
I'd rather miss out on it than
Live.
get in on a risky one. It's just the way I am. Yeah, and like I say, there's imbalances down here, which I'll look at in a minute as well. But yeah,
Yeah, I think we've got two.
it's downtrending. So yeah, maybe come somewhere up in fill an imbalance one of these, like I say, and then put a new lower low in. But obviously, what we're looking at is like the 1 or 5 minute structures as well. So once we start getting up the time frames, the structures will be different. I mean, if we jump onto say the 4 hour, the structure low will be down here. So because the higher time frame is always the stronger. So the 1 minute is going to break structure and change character and have more structures than say the 15 minute, and then obviously the 15 minute will have this more than the say four, and the four will have more than the daily or weekly and whatever. So 4 hour structure, technically, I would say we're down here probably. So it could come all the way down here to test a low or mitigate something, and then make a new higher high. It's a structure possibility. Whether it will or not, I'm not convinced, but yeah, the 4 hour lows about here, I'd say, and that's me being more generous than I normally would, to be fair. But like I say, it is a possibility. Um, we'll have a look at them imbalances around here, mate, and then if there's no questions, I'll call it a day at that, guys.
Yeah.
That was what had my eye on the 5 minute and 1 minute. Not too great there. This has my eye. This one. Nice push down, big push up. This is actually what takes this by the look of it as well. Might put one just above as well. Yeah, this one's possibly my favourite out of the lot of the minute. 94840-ish. I wouldn't just take a buy directly off it anyway. Obviously, I would want it to be filled. 1 minute change of character and same as always. Obviously, because it's downtrending, so I want to see upwards momentum and confirmations. For anybody that's relatively new, I repeat it. I do repeat it, but a breaker structure is obviously if it's downtrending, a breaker structure to the upside is the first signal that it might want to change direction. So that's why I always wait for a break in the direction that we want. Maybe that one. Something like that. Nah, I think it's about as low as I would maybe look to find imbalances. If it comes lower, obviously I'll mark more and see if I can find out, but I prefer them. Quite like them other ones, so leave it at them. Is there any more questions, guys? Because I'll call it there if not.
Not me, thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries, guys.
Whereabouts? Sorry, mate. Just hold that
That's
screen.
right.
I'll try and compare them to mine. See what.
Yeah. Well, the imbalances, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it, mate.
I mean,
No, all good, mate.
I can post screenshots in the chat as well later on, mate, if you want. But
Yeah, I've got three marked up. I just wanted to see how they compared to mine, to be honest.
yeah, no,
Three
nice.
three imbalances in that
Yeah.
area.
Well, I mean, I didn't mark them on the dot to the fills, mate. So, but as long as they're
Nah,
thereabouts,
yeah,
as
that's
long as they're
it.
not real short or really past, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, like I said, I think that one there was it that one? No, I think it's that lowest one that I was the most keen on because that's the one
yeah,
that causes the breaks above these, I think.
yeah. I think that's sound.
Yeah. All right, mate.
Beauty. All right, mate. Nice one. Get some
Cheer.
rest.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna go see the missus and then start getting ready for bed, I think. So
Yeah, man. Sound.
cheers, guys. If there's as always,
Nice
if
one,
there's any
mate.
cheers, boys. If there's any questions, just get them in the chat and I'll answer stuff over the week. And if I see anything major, I'll get it posted, guys. Cheers.
Thanks.
Great. Cheers, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah.